Ladies and gentlemen, the Hell in a Cell 2021 pay-per-view is live on Sunday. Kevin, I can't wait. This pay-per-view, the match card has me gripped. I can't wait to watch a great night of WWE action. What about you?
Oh man, I'm so excited. Just unbelievably excited. And I should say we're recording this before SmackDown tonight. So I don't know what they're going to do. I guess Rey Mysterio and Roman Reigns was supposed to happen at Hell in a Cell, but they moved it to SmackDown to pop a rating or whatever. I don't really know the philosophy behind it. But we have 4 matches set for this card. 3 of which are women's matches, which is interesting. It's almost like an all women's pay-per-view at this point. You know, might as well be, I guess. Just random. I don't know. Random 4-match card.
Yep, WWE clearly listening to Mickey James at the moment, it seems. But yeah, this show, a few women's matches. Should be some great in-ring bell-to-bell action, as we love to see in WWE. I think what we'll do for this, honestly, do you want to just do Reigns and Mysterio first, considering that's what's happening tonight? I mean, legit, they're doing Roman Reigns and Rey Mysterio for the Universal title inside Hell in a Cell on SmackDown. If you need any further proof that SmackDown's the A show, I mean, this is right here. This is smack bang obvious. You've got our tribal god against a legend in Rey Mysterio. Kevin, I can't wait for this match. What do you think?
Oh, I'm definitely going to be watching SmackDown tonight. I'm going to be fully tuned in to see this. My interest is peaked. I don't know if they really need to do like a match, a Hell in a Cell match to get my interest. Like, I would watch Rey Mysterio and Roman Reigns in a regular match, one-on-one. But just feels kind of hot-shotted because the feud started, like 3 weeks ago? Right, roughly, between Roman and Rey. Am I correct?
Yes, correct, yeah.
Yeah, so it started about 3 weeks ago, and, you know, we didn't really get much of a storyline. It's just been kind of like the Usos interacting with Rey, Roman beating up Rey and Dominic. There's not much to it. You'd think maybe they could let it boil, you know, give it a couple more weeks, but Lord only knows we don't need another Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio situation on our hands. So I guess shorter the better in this situation, because Rey and Roman, they're going to have undoubtedly a great match. It has potential to be the best match that Roman's had all year, I would say, because Rey is that good of a seller. He's that good of an artist in the ring, and there's a lot of stuff to do with Rey in the cell, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I mean, just the combination of guys. Like, in the top 10 Reigns Dream Matches video we did, Rey Mysterio was on there. And the fact of the matter is, we did a video a month ago. We're getting this match already. Like, I think this is really cool. I love the fact that they're having a Hell in a Cell match of this magnitude on SmackDown. Like, it's our tribal god against Rey Mysterio. It's going to be insane. We pretty much know how the match is going to go. It's going to be a lot of just Reigns just destroying Rey and probably Dominic trying to bash the door in, but he's too weak to do it. And it's going to be great storytelling involved. I can't say what they do. Reigns is going to retain because this is our tribal god, but Rey Mysterio is going to put on one hell of a show. It's Rey Mysterio. Like, the dude's not going to let you down with his performance, so can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, what do you think is going to happen as far as, like, you think Rey is going to, I mean, not Rey, you think Roman is going to win and then they're just going to run it back on Sunday? Or what do you think is going to happen with as far as the status of Roman Reigns and the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view?
Yeah, that's the weird one. Like, they can do a number of things. I think Reigns retains here, and they can do, from there, Reigns versus maybe Dominic on Sunday, potentially. I think that's a good way of doing it. So you get this Mysterio's feud, like, in a bud, and then you can do a match against Jimmy Uso at the next pay-per-view, I think. Or they can just have, if they want to hotshot things a lot, Reigns beats Rey on SmackDown, and then Reigns has a match with Jimmy Uso at Hell in a Cell. I don't think that's the way of going about it. I think they do either a rematch with Rey at Hell in a Cell or a match against Dominic, I think. But, yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, we might have like a situation where maybe, you know, Roman beats Rey, but Jimmy Uso gets involved in the match, tries to cost him the match, or something along those lines. So maybe we'll even get a classic WWE no finish inside the Hell in a Cell, where, you know, Jimmy will come in unannounced and beat up Roman and beat up a referee, and then the referee will ring the bell and we'll get a disqualification. Who knows? Anything is possible after 2019 Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio's going to get a massive mallet out and hit Reigns, and the referee will call a no contest. Like, God. Anyway, yeah, there's more on that on our Elite Heat episode 26, Kevin, for this Monday's show, the worst of Hell in a Cell. So, yeah, nonetheless, I think we can now move on to the next match, Kevin, which I think what we'll do now is talk about a match that I know you're just dying to see. Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler in a one-on-one match where they're fighting over, I guess, a doll and a playground. Thoughts?
Yeah, when you say it like that without context, it just sounds weird. They're fighting
Because
over
it
a
is.
doll.
Because it is.
Yeah, it is. It's weird for my taste. I find it personally, I'm not really into it. I don't really understand what the point of this match is. Like, this is Shayna. You realize this is Shayna Baszler's first singles match since, I believe, singles match on pay-per-view since WrestleMania 36.
Correct.
I could be wrong on that, but I believe that is true. And this is what she gets now. I don't really know why this is happening. I'm just flabbergasted at this. I really am lost for words. We have Alexa Bliss like twirling her hair, swinging in a swing, and then you have a professional MMA fighter who's going to get in the ring. Like, what is this match going to be? Is it going to be 30 seconds? Is it going to be just Shayna Baszler gets in the ring and puts Alexa Bliss to sleep, similar to what they did with Ronda and Alexa Bliss way back when? Like, I don't really know what to expect, and I don't even know how to react.
Yeah, I mean, you remember the Fastlane match with Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton? I think this will probably be something similar. They're probably going to have some hokey supernatural stuff involved. I'd imagine Shayna Baszler will eventually, like, get her hands on Alexa Bliss. She'll be, like, punching Alexa Bliss or putting her in a submission, and we'll be getting lighting effects and fireworks. It'll be a fiasco. This match, all this match is Bliss and Baszler, a feud that's catered to Bliss stands, the Baszler fan crowd on Twitter, and deranged sexual miscreants. That's what this is. That's who this is for. And then amidst that, we'll get to see WWE flexing their high production value and saying to AEW, everything you can do, we can do 15 times better from a production standpoint. So that's what this match is going to be. I see Alexa Bliss somehow winning. I mean, people will be like, oh, Shayna Baszler needs to win this and then become Raw Women's Champion at SummerSlam. Just breathe. Calm down. I know Rhea Ripley needs challenges, but do you think that's going to happen? I mean, really. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. Anything else on this, Kevin?
I'll just ask you, do you think that we're going to see The Fiend return?
Hopefully not here. I mean, this is a random undercard match at Hell in a Cell. I mean, save The Fiend's return or Bray Wyatt's return generally for a big occasion, I think. But, yeah. What do you think?
It's just weird the way they played that out. We haven't seen The Fiend since WrestleMania. I don't know, but yeah.
All good. Let's move it on. Let's go to the match that. I mean, my God, this is pure long-term storytelling. Kevin, is my favorite wrestler, Rhea Ripley, defends her title for the Raw Women's title against Charlotte Flair. There, John. So Kevin, can you just walk me through this one? Ripley versus Flair, part 45. Walk me through it.
Yeah, you got Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte Flair wants to show everyone that she is indeed the queen of WWE. That's where we are. Charlotte Flair wants to be the queen. Part 1000. That's it. And
is that it? Really? Is that really it? Because I haven't been watching Raw outside of these like Bliss segments on YouTube, and is that really it?
I haven't been keeping up with Raw either, but from what I've garnered, yeah, it's just Charlotte trying to prove that she's better than the young upstart in Rhea Ripley. There's really, there's not much else there from what I've seen. Yeah, the Raw Women's division is in a state of downturn. The division's so empty. It's lacking of talent. It's just Rhea, Charlotte, and Asuka. And yeah, then I guess we're going to get some combination of those three ladies fighting each other till maybe 2025 at this rate. Who knows?
Pretty much, yeah. Because, I mean, when the story is quite literally Rhea Ripley's Australian and Charlotte Flair wants to be a queen, and that just goes on for months and months. I mean, you wonder why people don't care. I think Ripley's going to retain, but this is one of those matches. Charlotte will win the title, and people will act like, Vince McMahon's shot a love one of theirs on Twitter, and I get so offended. And it's like, does it really matter? Like, because Kevin, you asked me, like, an hour ago off video, who's the Raw Women's Champion? I genuinely didn't know for, like, a minute. And it's like, does it even matter who holds this belt? It's a red strawberry shortcake with a white backing strap. Like, who gives a damn? So, yeah, Ripley retains. If Charlotte wins, I don't care. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't really. It won't affect me at all. I'll still sleep fine. Whoever wins, whoever loses. If it's Rhea Ripley, great. If it's Charlotte, great. Like, Charlotte will be like a 12-time champion or something. So they could just stat pad her. We know, the Lord only knows, Vince McMahon wants to give Charlotte another title reign. So it
Yeah.
wouldn't shock me at all. She's like Tom Brady. You can't bet against Charlotte when she's out there.
Yep. Or Charlotte will lose this and she'll be in AEW come 2022. We'll wait and see. So I'll just leave that little carrot there. Then we move on to Bianca Belair defending the SmackDown Women's title against everyone's favourite, Bayley. So this one, I mean, look, the feud itself's now continued. What's this? Take over 2 months now. I mean, they feuded back in like December, but they're feuding again. It's decent. As far as like the women's division goes, Bayley's the best heel in the division, bar none. Even then, her segments don't captivate me very much at all. Because when she's sitting on a couch and a door opens and Seth Rollins comes out and she's like, "Ding dong, hello Seth," and it's like, okay, Bayley. Yeah, Belair's a decent champion, Kevin. But yeah, what do you think?
I think Bianca Belair is a good champion. She feels kind of Drew McIntyre-ish. Like she's not quite over yet, if that makes sense. Like she's got all the tools to be a star, and she's been given the push. She beat an established star in Sasha Banks. It feels like after Drew beat Brock, but she's still kind of missing that oomph.
So I think so. What you're trying to say is that she has all the tools there. There's the big WrestleMania win. Fans like her generally, but fans don't like love her, and is that fair?
Right. Yeah. Like she's missing that moment where she really like her perspective changes with the way that people view her on a grand scale. And then I don't think beating Bayley for like the 100th time is going to do it. I don't really know if there is that talent there that can really give Bianca that extra oomph that she's missing. But, I mean, we're looking at maybe a SummerSlam clash with her and Sasha, so I don't see Bianca losing the title here. This is clearly just a filler feud. I mean, WWE has not known what to do with Bayley since she lost the title. So... since she lost the title to Sasha, so I don't know, she just kind of feels like she's floundering too.
Yeah, pretty much. If she's not the champion, doesn't really have much to do, which a lot of people in WWE are like that, unfortunately. Really, if you're not like the champion or involved in the title picture, because the creative can't write a storyline that makes sense, you're just doing nothing. So, yeah, sad state of affairs. Belair should retain. If Bayley wins the title, I mean, fair play, like, good on her, but yeah, don't see it happening. And then I guess we move on to the final match, Kevin. This one, now, going in, a lot of people have assumptions of what's going to happen with this. It's Lashley defending the WWE title in a last chance Hell in a Cell match against Drew McIntyre. The stipulation being that if Drew can't beat Lashley, Drew can't get another title shot as long as Lashley is champion. Which that stipulation is all well and good, but the fact of the matter is these guys have had, already 3 title matches or something like that, so we don't want to see that match again anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Kevin, what are your thoughts on this before I go?
Well, when I saw this, my initial reaction was, really, did they have to do this match? Like, we were talking about Roman Reigns fatigue a while back. We're kind of getting the Drew McIntyre fatigue. Like, does he really need to be involved in every single title match for the past 12 months? It just feels like Super Cena-ish. It's not. Is it totally necessary? Like Bobby Lashley, they could have plucked anyone off the street from Raw. They could have plucked Ricochet and just been like, "Yo, we're gonna have Ricochet and Bobby Lashley in a Hell in a Cell match. Have Bobby Lashley throw Ricochet off the cell." Is this super necessary? Like I guess that's the question I'll ask you and all the listeners.
I mean, they look like they're gonna do like Lashley versus Kofi, because I mean you had Kofi pin Lashley, I believe. Kofi, he beat Drew and then he had a 30-minute match with Drew. So logic would think, oh, you're doing that with Kofi. Well, you're going to have Kofi just challenge at this nothing pay-per-view in the middle of June that no one's going to remember in 2 months' time. You might as well have just Kofi Kingston against Lashley. But instead, Drew just wins and it's like, oh, okay. And then, yeah, I mean, you mentioned the Scottish Cena type thing with Drew. I mean, yeah, the WWE have the tendency to do that, as we know. I mean, Charlotte Flair's a great example. Drew... I mean, Reigns from 15 through 18, WWE do this, it's just what they do, unfortunately. Hopefully, does Drew win the title here? I don't know. Either way, Brock Lesnar's getting involved somehow, and if he doesn't, it's going to be a huge letdown, because, my God, if Brock doesn't get involved, what happens, Kevin? We have, McIntyre hits 3 Claymores and pins Lashley, and Hell in a Cell closes with Drew doing his pose to the title again. It's like, okay, good for him, but why should I care?
Right. Yeah, we just get McIntyre with another win. I mean, I think Brock is going to get involved. It feels like it. Even if Brock doesn't get involved, you still have John Cena coming back. You have Edge. You can still put AJ Styles in the title picture against Lashley. It feels like it's not time for Lashley to lose the belt. It feels like Lashley, they're getting ready for a super push for Lashley. Like they're going to go back touring again on the roads with fans with Lashley as champion.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It really does. I just think, like, I mean, hopefully they can just have Brock, at least, even if Brock doesn't want to be a contracted employee anymore, just have Vince go, hey, Brock, here's 7 figures, do this SummerSlam match in front of 70,000 people versus Lashley, and Brock will be like, oh yeah, sure. And, like, then we can get the match, and then we don't have to have that as the big dream match anymore. Like, we can just get it out of the way, because as much as people, and some people want to see Drew versus Lesnar in front of fans, cool, I guess, but, like, I don't know many people who are just begging for that match, Kevin. Like, we've seen Drew and Lashley. Oh, sorry, yeah, we've seen Drew Lashley, we've seen Drew Lesnar. Just give us Lashley Lesnar, if possible, please. So, yeah, anything else?
That's where I'm at. I want Lashley Lesnar, but I think this main event will be really good. McIntyre and Lashley, they can have a fun match inside the cell. Like, there's no doubt about it. As far as in-ring quality, this probably will be match of the night. I don't see Rhea and Charlotte having like a show-stealing performance. I don't really see Bianca and Bayley having a show-stealing performance either.
No, it'll be the same as Backlash. There'll be good matches, but nothing where it's like, oh my god, you missed the show. Go and watch that whole match right now. You know, like, that'll be good, but not like incredible. Also, I just want to throw in, if this Lashley McIntyre match happened 15 years ago, this would probably be like an epic war. You'd have Lashley beating up Drew. Drew would be like bleeding everywhere. It'd be like a bloody mess. Now, in the PG setting, it'll probably be a good match, no doubt. Like, really entertaining match. But they're not going to get blood involved, you don't reckon. So, yeah, I don't know.
Go PG Hell in a Cell match. I mean, there's still a chance that they could go in storytelling mode, but I don't really see it happening, but those two guys have great chemistry regardless, so I'm curious to see what they do with it.
Yeah, so probably, as you mentioned, PG match, so get the kendo sticks out, probably get the steel steps, maybe a table, and maybe a chair, and then you're good to go. So, yeah, that's been the Hell in a Cell 2021 preview and predictions. If you're not subbed to Elite Heat yet and you just watched this, make sure you do so, Kevin. We're closing on 400 subs, my guy. You'll have to see it.
Exciting. Yeah, thank you guys all for the support. It's awesome that our channel, our collective channel, is just growing so much. So yeah, I mean, thank you guys again for listening.
Yep, all good. We'll try and give you Elite Heat content fairly consistent. It's kind of hard, but because like when we're both like off and have crunch all day free, it's a lot easier to do Elite Heat videos. But nonetheless, we're getting the content out for you, great people. So yeah, that's been the video. Like, comment, sub. Go check out Elite Heat on Anchor and Spotify and all the many platforms are on. Kevin, peace.